Hey y'all. Hey, we there.
Ta-da!
Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I can't complain. Welcome to Shut Up and Ride Show. Some three's a crowd most times, sometimes. Maybe not for now.
Been a long
You know,
time.
that's right.
Been a minute, Bennett.
It's all right. Anytime somebody want to join in with us, we'll then call it three's a crowd.
Right,
So
right now.
there you go. Shut up and ride.
Dynamic duo. Shut up
That's
and
right.
ride.
That's right. And then when I get on the road, we're gonna figure out a way. I want to fix my hair. I see me all these little straddles.
Should have done that before we said action.
Yeah, well, it's
Should
still
got,
action.
got my
I
hair
ain't stopped
dead.
nothing. I said too much. Listen, I'm glad you did. You know, and still be sweating. At least I got a sponge for mine. For now.
Is that right?
Hey, I've cut mine all the way off before.
Yeah.
I had this is like my fifth set of locks, so I've cut it. I had my first set of locks in like 1990. When it wasn't fashionable down south. Down south, they was like, "Oh, she lazy. She can't do her hair." Who got them dreadful things, And yet in New York, it was, the news, the news reporters had it,
Right.
and it was a thing. I became a loctician in 90s and 91. Man, I made so much money. I come down here, I couldn't make nothing.
Hey,
They were like, "Oh, you lazy," because then the ones that had it were, so little stereotypical things.
all right. Once the rappers got the
Hey,
sport,
yeah. Once it made it, cool. Speaking of things that change, for instance, the rainbow. The rainbow was something that belonged to everyone because it was every color. It meant diversity. It meant everyone is one, and look how beautiful that is. It wasn't for one to only take over.
Right.
And so some people.
I don't recognize that new crap. All this new school
Mhm.
labeling and owning symbols and shit that's been out there forever, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't buy into that. I figure like most things, you don't recognize it, it don't exist.
Well, that's not true in a sense, because if you have cancer, because you just don't acknowledge it, doesn't mean it's not going to kill you, you know. And so, and things are, you know, I ain't trying to normalize. I ain't saying it's right, or I'm not saying a wrong. I'm saying here's a language in which a lot of people speak and that are trying to make it a part of your day to day. And depending on who you're talking to, if you're coming outside your bubble, you may have to know that language and this is what they mean. So then you'll have to describe your description of a rainbow because you can't always allow them to assume what they or rely on their perception. So it teaches them at the same time. If you're interested. Now, if you ain't, then okay. But it'll just be hard for your children to raise children and to allow them to, hey, outside of us, this is what is existing.
Right.
So we got to prepare them. And so, that's always my so not to be limited by, but just knowing, hey, this is how these people language. And so, but don't make it right or wrong. It doesn't make it just, hey, it's different. That's not how I see it. That's how you see it. Okay. This is how it's always been taught to me before you were born. And so this is why people like me, and maybe to us it'd be the majority because the people that we're around, so explain that to them. I think some of them will appreciate it, and if they don't, okay, it'll stand still the truth because it goes without you saying it. You were patient enough to give them a little bit of time and show them, you know everybody don't deserve it. I get that too because it's people that I've spoken to, and maybe I was that way too, in something, I can't remember, but when someone wanted to teach me something, and depending on who it was too, because sometimes I didn't listen,
Right.
you know, I was like, who are you to tell me? But you can learn a lot from a dummy.
Right. But you know that statement I made, a lot of folks would be like, well, you're attacking the community and blah, 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 blah. That's not an attack on the community, you know?
Right. Right. And
You know, and it's like people take every disagreement as an attack or as a in all to mean all, whatever the hell, however they put it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like either you this or you that. And
Right.
that's
And
it,
that's not what you're
there's
saying.
no medium. I'm just saying, that hey, for what, from 57 now, we've been doing this rainbow thing for what, 10, 15 years or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, about 20,
It
20
ain't
maybe
been that
25
long. You
years.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, we supposed to get over and just forget.
Well, just like when the Stay Woke.
Not recognize, you know what I'm saying?
Now Stay Woke is
Right,
something else.
Right.
It's now something tied up to sexuality. No,
right,
it's never been. Stay Woke has not been
it's about opening
that.
your eyes to
to be
going on
conscious
around you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And,
to have known something
like
that you
everything
were
else and
blinded
diluted.
by before, that you couldn't see before, but now that you
Right.
know, you can't unknow. You awaken.
Right.
And not and people are asleep that that don't know they're asleep.
Right.
But
sleep to the beat.
And I'm still becoming, so I still know it's something
coming up out of our slumber. We've been in a slumber for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's why the phrase come along with the majority. There's been a lot of folks in our society that's been up, you know what I'm saying? We just ain't been listening. You know what I mean?
Or didn't know what we were listening to.
Right, exactly.
Didn't know it. And we had a familiar ring and had a familiar, like we're like, but when you hear the words or when you feel a certain way, you go,
when you go through it.
Oh,
right,
okay.
Right.
Whoa.
Right.
And then you think, okay, you the only one didn't know, but then you might find out that, wait, you the only one that do know right now.
Right.
So now how are you gonna awake the others? Right. And you can't, and this is why it's important to teach how to fish, not necessarily give a fish.
Right.
Because you giving it to them, it don't make them. Some can work, some grow in comfort. Very few, though. Very few can grow in comfort. And often it took something to get there. Now, if it's taught by something that from the moment you can conceptualize or that you can understand, then it's almost by habit. It's a doctrine into you, and and often that comes from old folks raising young people, right? Because they teaching them something. My granddaughter, give you an example. So Saturday morning, I woke up and she's, "Good morning, Grandma. Good morning, Grandma." And the term "word is power" come to me, and I said, I'm not going to teach her good morning, not to mourn good, but I said, "Great rising, Lolo," and she says, "Good morning, Grandma," and I go, "How about say great?" Because instead of you mourning, I went through the whole spiel of, and she's looking at me, in her curious eyes, she looking like, I said, "Say great morning," and she said, I said, "Say great rise," and she said, "Good morning." Right? So a day or so happened, and I just leave her alone, and I just keep saying it throughout the day. So so that's what I'm thinking. So I see her last night, and I see her, and I'm tickling her, and I said, "Hey, great rising." And she's like, "Good morning." And I tickle her, and I tickle her, and I said, "It's great rising. It's great rising." Tickled her, and she laughing, and it's about 5-10 minutes. And so I stop, and I get tired. And after she go, "Good morning." After all that, I forgot to even say great rising. So this little girl, so she's 2. She just 2. Yeah, little Lolo, little loyalty. So as they, and I know that's what I said to her, months ago, in her prime before she was 1. So now to redoctrine that, to reintroduce her to that, it's going to be difficult.
Not necessarily.
It'd be
Because
easier
she's
for her,
fresh,
but it's
right,
difficult for
right,
me
for
to be
you, right,
consistent in it.
right.
Even I slipped,
It'd be real easy for her to transfer.
Yeah.
She's still picking up everything.
Yeah. Oh man,
You know.
that's right. So, but it's gonna be hard for me just to bring it. See, I still have a hard time saying it as we are in this world, saying things like "Good morning" because it's something we've done all our life.
Right. Right.
You know, except those that haven't. But it's a conscious effort that you have to strive for and make purpose to do it, and be around, start to be around people who, or introduce people that you're around to it, whichever,
Right.
you know. So
Right.
it is difficult, you know, but after the difficulty comes ease.
Right.
And I look forward to that. Speaking of ease,
Oh, what's that song y'all be singing?
what's that?
Mr. Charlie.
Don't blame Mr. Charlie.
After
Mr.
the
Charlie
rain.
is just a man, and he will do
I
in the
think by
best he
title, though,
can.
After the rain.
After the pain and all that I have been through. Hey, ooh, I'm gonna just stop.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Speaking of ease, this was an easy. It was such blessings to this bike week. Oh man, it was just to be present, to be around motorcycles, to be around good people, in an abundance of familiar faces through now come to your neck of the woods, so to speak, and you've been in others where it was neutral, and then to come to theirs. And so this bike week was all of that, then some. We had I rode around. I walked around with my slow roll belt. I got challenged a couple of times. It was a guy walking around with his little bitty slow roll belt. It hung from his belt buckle. Mine had my whole waist. And so, but no, it was awesome. He was like, "Hey, we're gonna go. I'm gonna get you." I was like, "Okay, all right." He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take that belt." And I was like, "Oh, really? Okay." Now, that's what he wanted to assume. Not because I was ever challenging with the belt. No, I won't do that. It ain't mine to challenge. It's mine for a year, but I can't
Right.
give it away.
Right.
But I would have loved to still to give to people the show, give them a show, give them just something to talk about.
Right.
And had I beat them, hey, it would have been even better. But you know,
Right.
I certainly will give them a show. I think that's
So-
worthy.
So it's an official competition.
Oh yeah, always. Listen, ain't nothing
Really,
but
where you
to
won
do
it
it.
at? What's the name of the place you wanted at?
It's the Iron Elite Ground Pounders reunion, and you know, ground pounders from all over the country come into Jacksonville, and with the title Ground Pounder is associated with people whom cross county, state lines, country lines, you know, as I call it, the continental divides often, you know,
Right.
just their
Put
motorcycle.
some miles in.
Yeah, put some miles in and get some conversations in, and speaking to other people, talking to other personalities, other spirits, and really absorbing what it is to adapt
Right.
quickly, and it just brings some skills that some cognitive skills that you can't get just from being in one place. And I mean, you know, even truck drivers know, car drivers know if they're hitting those county lines.
Right.
But you know, you have the option to not say anything. But I think when you're one on the bike, you're like, there ain't no false sense that there ain't no airbags that give you any
Right.
false sense of security. If there's a sudden stop,
Right.
you might not make it.
Right.
You know, so I think it just you become one with the nature,
Can't
knowing
get
your
distracted.
motorcycle. Yeah. You know, it's been some times I was a little distracted, and I say it takes two people not paying attention, because it's been a lot of times I've seen them, and it's been a few times that I was distracted and I didn't see them. And so, but they seen me, and so grateful,
Right.
you know. So, but I but
There ain't no
in
room for error.
hey, not very little, very little. Knowing your motorcycle, knowing what it does, and so the ground pounders. That there was, I won that award for with beating out 9 men in their competition, and I think I went 4 rounds before getting the belt,
Hmm.
or and to win the belt. And some ground pounders were out there. I teased them, you know, so I put it on, and they would say, "I ain't flexing," and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, you flexing." I said, "Well, I don't have to say anything." You know,
Speak for itself, huh?
I was show being brown or black, or I mean, it is a, you know, the ego is a great, and it can always be great. It can be, if it's extreme, then yeah, it can not. So anything in extreme is too much, and not enough. You know, just not good. But to do in that setting, it was like just perfect. And I think in a setting when I went to the elementary school, because I didn't wear the belt the entire time as I was doing the speech. But when it came time to, okay, there's a lot of folk around, and there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of girls, and there's a lot of ground pounders who who said, who talked on the book face about, man, how y'all let her get that?
Right, right, right,
I
right,
wasn't there. Man, let me, okay, now I was
right.
like, wait a minute.
Talking about what they would have done.
Yeah,
Huh?
woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Right.
I had to, yeah, well, any excuse will do.
So,
You wasn't there. And then now they say, just, and so I say, hey, name the place. So I had to walk around with the belt, tell them I'm
right.
ready. So it was just nice love. It was all good. As adults, to be able to play um in this environment of life, you know, through the difficult teas. We all had to do something in order to make it to that bike week, you know, whether it was for a couple of hours or a day or all week. We all had to either cut out some things or do some things in order to make it. So I think that was the appreciation. A lot of people, when they come to these rallies, they so happy they're there. They're like, man, I made it. And then if they see a person they've seen on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or any social media outlet or podcasts, they feel like, hey, you know, I know you. I kind of, you know, I know we didn't know each other physically, but now we know each other, or a
Right.
little more, and our hearts touch, or you know, and that means everything to the influencer, and it means everything to the quote unquote follower or the guests. You know, it's just this, and you know, you got to network, and then you look forward to when you see them again. So it's that's the kind of bike week it was. It almost went out without a incident, but I think we had an incident where some shooting, you
Yeah,
know.
it took place with a couple of gangs,
Well, they were clubs.
clubs, whatever, clubs, gangs, all the
But
same.
yeah, yeah, I got you. Got them clubs, got them gang tendencies. You
Right,
pulling out gun,
exactly.
right?
It's all mob
What
mentality.
clubs? Yeah, it's all who?
Mob mentality when it comes to that. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I mean, the ranks can work for you if
Yeah.
people follow the rank, you know.
Right.
But if they don't, they want to do what they want to do.
Right.
Yeah, those the two. Those often the few that you know mess it up for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's always that war
But the
start.
mixture of alcohol,
Yeah, just cockiness
disrespect,
and
right,
ego.
right, disrespect, you
Oh, he
know.
didn't do it. He didn't do that.
Right.
Hey man, you can. Hey,
So just
okay.
like you were saying, guys, some of what they would have done. You know,
Right.
some guy bragging on what he just did.
Yeah. Come
Oh,
on.
that ain't nothing.
Right. Ego at extreme is too
Right.
much. Ain't gonna
Chill out.
solve
Right.
nothing.
Relax,
Hot
my
head.
man.
Come on, calm down. Calm down. What you got to lose? What he got to lose? This ain't about that. He don't know you. She don't know you.
Right.
Come on, for real. You know, but you know, no, they didn't. You know, come on,
Right.
calm down. You're supposed to be an adult. This is not, you know, the playground. But people get hot real quick for, and I get it. You know, I get it. Some people can't do. I'm guilty, but I've not ever. And I remember not acting on some things that I said. If somebody do this, I'm gonna do this,
Right.
and I didn't do that. It was very different, and it brought tears out my eyes versus words out my mouth.
Right.
And to this day, I go, yeah, I just humbled me, or it made me grateful that because this person wasn't worth me to raise my voice, and I look
Right. Right.
foolish
Right. The
and
aggravation.
of this, this who is this person? And he's so stupid. I was in Sam's Club, and he was doing you know how those demo people have crackers or something to give out free.
Right.
And I was looking for something, and I wanted to some of what they had, and I wanted to find out where it was because somebody was there talking to the demo person. So I walked past them. I had my two daughters with me that I think they were maybe 8 and 10, and I was pregnant with another baby already. And so I walked past looking for them. I said, well, maybe they're down this aisle. I didn't see them, so I walked past them. The person was still talking, and I looked on the other aisle, and it wasn't. So I came back. Now this is the third time this person's still talking. So I said, excuse me, and I said, and I looked at the guy who was in the wheelchair. Looked at him first, and because when I said pardon me and excuse me, it was to him because she's here to do her job, but I can't break after he's been talking to her about 5 minutes nonstop to tell me where these crackers
Socializing.
are.
Right. Right.
And I said, I just want to know where the crackers are. That way you can carry on. And he says, before I could ask her where the crackers was, you're rude, nigga. And I go, huh? I said, excuse me? He says, you heard me, nigga. Go back to Africa. You don't interrupt me. And the ladies apologized. Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I said, no, you didn't do this. I said, this is him. I said, that's why he's in that wheelchair. That's why he can't walk. I said, listen, if I need to go back to Africa, then you need to go to back where you're from because you're not from here. And as I'm saying this, I'm looking around for other black folk like somebody help me. But there was nobody that I could see visually that was quote unquote on my team.
Right.
And so I carried on to say, because now my daughters are here looking at me and I can't even see them because I'm trying to hold my composure and I'm trying to make sense of what this guy just said to me.
Right.
And my thought did hit me. I could tip over his wheelchair and push, let him fall on the ground.
Right.
But why? He's already in a situation. Same one. And it made me feel so sorry for him so instantly. And that now here you are picking on somebody and you can't even walk.
Right.
Wow. Look, how sad are you? And that's what I was kind of in my head, that's what it was conveying. And my ego part of me just wanted to dump him out of the wheelchair. And my mother part of me wanted to give this teaching lesson to my kids and for the people that weren't around me. And when I said it, I remember trying almost tearing up because I know I'm holding back.
Right.
And so I go to walk away and the lady's trying to apologize. And I said, I'm okay. I'm okay. And another lady comes up to me and says, ma'am, where's the guy? And someone goes, he's over here. He's right here. And the guy's he's pushing his wheelchair toward me. And the manager comes over to me, man, what did he say? And I go, it's okay. It's okay. She goes, no. And all of these people who didn't have my my complexion all came to my aid and said, and all was trying to apologize, but said how wrong he was and all the things he did and what he said, including the person's job that was handing out. They all came to my rescue and they escorted him out. They cut up his card. They told me he wasn't welcome back. They gave me a couple of years membership and all was well. And it made me feel so much better than to dump him out.
Right.
And then about 6 months later, I seen that same dude. He was in a little walker or something. And his wife he walked through the door looking all mad and angry, and I seen the lady who was with him, and I said to her, I said, "You support that?" I said, I told her what her husband did to me, and how he can't come to Sam's Club, and I said, "But you support that?" She said, "I'm so sorry." I said, "But no, you shouldn't be sorry. You support that,
Right.
even though he's your husband. You still support it because." That was the words. I wasn't. I was just holding her accountable
Right.
for what I would want somebody to tell me to,
Right.
and that was it. But hey, I think I still did good. If I had to do it again, I don't know.
Right.
I think I'd do it the same way because
Right.
most of the time the people they're just blinded. They're something wrong,
They're
and
like, hey
something
man,
not
I'm gonna
right.
do what you obviously can't do.
Yeah, I know you. Everybody ain't me.
I'm gonna walk away. That's what I'm saying. That's what you should have told dude.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah. Well, I had
that.
to give an example too because I
Right.
couldn't just. Whoa! It got me so hot and so calm at like a same time. Like as fiery as I got, the water put it out and was like, "Listen, you in a wheelchair. You can't even walk. What do you? Who?
But
who
the chances of him saying something to somebody like me is slim to none. You know what I'm saying?
But who knows? I don't know.
Most guys like that only attack women and children. That's why you see most of these videos.
Perhaps you're right. I get it.
They're talking to women and children.
Sure.
They are showing the cowards that they are.
Right, because they don't think that
know?
that we'll do, and
Right,
and that's
right.
and I'm certain you might.
And ever since I know, bust you in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
These sisters don't play.
Listen, I have daughters that I know will do that,
Right.
and there's a part of me at maybe one point in my life I would have done that.
Right.
I don't know, because I know when I said that, oh, if anybody ever do that, and when I would see it on TV or someone tell me about it, I said, man, yeah, I would have did this.
Right.
But when that time came, how many times on Facebook, on reality,
yeah, your
we
reflexes and whatnot.
Yeah, man, come on. What people do on Facebook, they ain't gonna do in front of my face.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So, and if you are okay with that, that's it. I that's you. I can't do you. I'll be acting. I can only do me. This is natural. And I'm still becoming, even, hopefully better, not worse.
Yeah, people are tripped, oh man.
Yeah, people, yeah. But they're going on what they know, go on what somebody else know too,
right.
On all of that, so it'll be better. Can y'all hear us? I'm gonna go on this and see if I hear us, if I went there.
So it was Black Bikers Week. Well, it wasn't Black Bikers Week, it was Bikers Week.
It was Daytona Bike Week.
Daytona Bikers Week.
Yes. Awesome event.
Good stuff.
I seen old friends, new friends, met a lot of new people. It was the bikers breakfast was awesome. People got to see, and people they've seen online,
right,
and network with them, and to shake their hand and give them a hug,
right,
and to talk about stories and how they touched them, how they weren't able to get a bike before, but because of someone's story, it allowed them to move past it and do it.
Right.
And to hear that, it makes an impression of something I often say that I've heard through science or just through other humans. We're more social than monkeys. And monkeys like to sit there clean and be all up in you, wipe it off, eat it, taste it.
Right.
So and this is how we develop. This is how we evolve. This is how we become better. To knowing, I think that is the easiest way to,
I'm not laughing at what you said. It just made me think about yesterday what this dude said. I'm like, this shit funny as hell.
Evolving, not like that.
We was cross section or some shit.
Why you even give that? Why you even give that some time?
That just came in my head.
See, stop.
Poor the things, motherfuckers. And they say it with such conviction.
Hey, because it's what they know. He believe it. He don't know it. He believe it. He did. That's all. As in, so maybe it may be some parts of our life that we that way too.
Yeah.
And when we know, we like, hey, my bad. All we can do is say, Hey, I ain't know.
My bad.
But until then,
Right.
no, but
This is what it is.
so
All right, player.
the only way the easiest way in us learning and becoming better is often through each other's experiences.
Right.
And if we can talk about it and share that and be around each other, we can become better without it hurting so much.
I was
You know.
telling young blood, we was, we had our police force upon the
Yeah.
time, but through
After a
time,
while, it
travel, and
ring
age, you
home.
know what I'm saying? Right,
You're like, oh,
Right,
oh,
no, man, ain't nothing like that.
you thought, wait, we thought,
Right.
yeah, we thought that too. And know it's layers to it.
Yeah.
There's layers to who we are. You know, I remember being rejected in I left home really early,
Mhm.
and I looked and I thought I was mature for my age, which I was in some sense of it, but we all got maturity based on what we know.
Right,
You could be the bully of your family, but your family only 5 people.
right.
You the
right,
bully,
right.
but yet you then get exposed to the rest of the world.
Shit slapped out of you outside the door. Once you step off that stoop.
Be like, oh, what happened? See,
Oh,
well,
damn.
I'm gonna go back home.
Right.
So
Take my ass back in the house. Bitch,
So
be humble.
see, always his interpretation. All right, always better. But we all experiences. I think the guy yesterday was he was trying to say how his life was so much harder than ours, and I was like, well, how can you say you don't know our life?
Right.
And he says, no matter what it is, it's not worse than mine because mine was in a third world country. And I can say, well, let me tell you, the mind is a powerful thing. And you don't have to necessarily go through death in order to know what it may feel like.
Right.
I don't have to get hit by a car to know it's gonna hurt.
Right.
I know.
Right.
I can do some things to prevent, or some life experiences. So without going through all the pain, but who knows if he got it or not, but
You think
hey,
everything is copacetic over here.
But I think he's good at what his experience has made him better.
Right.
It made him better to know there's a way to solve
Right.
it.
And I'm sure that that even though he's still trying to find his way and trying to locate residency and whatnot, that it is much better than what he was on.
Of course
it
it
is. You
is.
know what I mean?
My life is better now,
right,
than it was then,
Right, but he had a lot of criticism.
Well,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, he told me gotta have some solutions too, right?
Right. A lot of definites about other folks' lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was thinking too that because of the white man. I was like, no, because of the white man. The white man can't. Who? Which one?
Right.
All of them. I don't know. I know a lot of them is real good. So which one of them? So
be careful what he say. That white man might send him back to macaroon.
Okay. So no, I mean, we don't understand always what it's any excuse will do. If you make and say, oh, it's going to be the big black alien that's going to come and attack, and that's what you believe, then that's what you go on. That's what.
Right.
And so now you're trying to introduce me. Oh, is this what it's going to be? Okay. And whether somebody want to call him the white man, somebody want to call him the black man, the white female, the black female, whatever name you want to call it.
Right.
If that's what you think, that's then your monster. You gotta take care of. I don't know, but that's where he felt, and he was trying to convince us that this is the right. And I was just trying to say, how about you be okay with how you feel and be okay with how I feel, and we still get along. You don't have to make a judgment on either, and still we can understand each other. And I don't know if I conveyed that or not, but
I'm just messing with you.
What you? Oh, you said it's cockroaches. Is that I don't know what you're trying to convey. It's hard for me to read between the lines. Tell me. I've gotten older now.
Right. Take an intermission. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
no,
It's
you ain't.
gorgeous outside.
It is
Maybe we ought to
beautiful.
do the second half out the back.
If we can hear me, if you can hear us, we just roll on out there.
Right.
We'll have some body, some life,
Got some
to a
power
car
out
ride
there.
by. Yeah,
Got a
well,
cord that'll reach.
we'll stay on for like as long as the battery. That way we'll have a timing. I think I'm gonna
The
ride on
battery
out
full on the
to
laptop.
yeah, it sure is.
Right out the well.
I'm gonna ride out to Melbrook, attend the Cigar Ladies. Why can't I think of their names? I'm gonna think of their names.
Melbourne.
Yup. Yup.
They got a nice beach out there too.
Yes, yes. It's Florida, baby.
Yeah,
Got them on
beaches
all
everywhere.
sides.
Right, right.
All sides, except the top.
Beaches, 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 beaches everywhere.
As a song.
No, I just made that up.
What?
You know, there was a song, booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Oh, so you
I said
beaches,
beaches.
beaches, beaches,
Right,
beaches,
right,
beaches
right.
everywhere.
Right. People probably say, you saying bitches.
Nope. Chicago, y'all, in the house. Straight off the dome.
Shot town.
Make you want to hiccup.
I was saying something.
Hey, we can't make this we always say this is not a kid's show because ain't no telling what you might say,
Right,
John.
Right.
So
what
I'm
I
like,
might say.
Yeah, what you might say or do. Sometimes it be my
Hey.
girl Cindy, but hey, who knows? I know I'm pretty much in control of myself most times.
Hey,
I mean, after I have 2 drinks or 2, I calm the spirit and allow let me stop. It's like,
life is unpredictable.
hey, well, you can kind of predict it a little bit. I think like people got their life pretty much how they want it.
Yeah, it's planned out. Got it all planned out.
Well, I ain't saying it's planned. I'm saying how they want it. If they want more, they know they have to do something more. But if they don't do nothing more, they often like it is, and they just pray they want more, but they don't
What
do
happened
nothing.
to less is more?
Less can be more. Simple things are hard to do. Just to live simply.
Right. Like
But-
shut the fuck up.
Hey, just that. Hey, some things ain't warrant to reply.
That shit can be
Yeah.
difficult. That
Yeah.
shit difficult as hell for a lot of folks.
Well, they think they got
That's
something
how
to say.
wars.
I
That's
think
how
I'll
wars
be-
started. Look
That's
what
how wars
happened. Look what happened a couple of Fridays ago.
What happened a couple of Fridays ago?
With your president and his reporter and his VP. They didn't know how to shut the hell up.
What that? Tell me,
Ask my
talk
man
to me,
about
because
his
you know
suit.
most time I ain't.
It was all a setup, you asked me, it looked like to me. You know, you sit
What's that?
there on the way they treated that guy a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Zelensky.
Ukraine. Oh,
Yeah, Zelensky.
oh, his
You
thing
know
is
what
a
I'm
whole
saying?
act.
Right. You know, so they used the reporter to get it started.
What the
Asking the
reporter
man
ask?
about his suit. Asked him about his suit.
What do you say?
You know, I forget. I can't quote the guy, but he
Oh,
asked the man
man.
about why he's not in the suit, sound like everyone else. How can he disrespect over office? Blah 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 blah. And then when the dude was trying to answer this guy about why he was wearing his battle fatigues for the fact that he was at war, you know what I'm saying? Then the vice president chimed in about you never say thanks and blah 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 blah. And then Trump chimed in, and then dude tried to say, hey, what the, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, it's like you gotta, you know, says just like what them cowards do, you know, so they catch one person by themselves
Did-
and they get the rah rah
Did
rah rah rah.
Lewinsky?
He just say he's like, you know,
I said it wrong. I'm certain.
Zelensky.
Zelensky. Did he even reply, or did he,
He
sit
was
back and
trying
laugh?
to, but they wouldn't let him talk.
And after a while, he just
He
laughed.
just sat back and no, he
Yeah,
didn't laugh. It wasn't
he
shit
did.
funny to him. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
Trump got talking about some game. He like, this is not a game. You know?
Yeah, because I can't imagine it. Because to be
Trump
amongst
talking about he holding all the cards. You have no cards. You can't the game. And he like,
Yeah.
hey, this ain't no game, man. What the hell you talking
yeah, I'm
about?
thinking like
You know, so that's what he got.
if
to
you're
try to
around
tell Trump.
jokers and people who are just trying to create drama, I imagine being in that situation after a while, getting it like, wait a minute, come on now.
Right,
This is really about me wearing really?
right.
Okay, yeah. So I have seen, but I really didn't know what it was talking about.
Right.
You know,
That's about a bunch of cream puffs want to get stroked on national TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dude wasn't trying to stroke their ego like that. You know,
Yeah,
he's like, man, I'm trying
this
to
is
talk
real
about how can we
life.
come to peace
We
here.
got people, we got
and,
people dying on the
right.
grounds.
And the only thing he can talk about is minerals in the
Come on
ground.
now.
You talking minerals, man. We
Yeah.
got blood going into the ground.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, don't
You know,
seem that
he
personal.
kept talking
you know.
minerals. Yeah, we get this land minerals. Every time he tried to talk about the people, he didn't
Mhm.
want to talk about the people, because he don't give a damn
Mm.
about the people. All he
Yeah.
care about is the minerals that's on the ground over there.
Okay.
This idiot think he could just
Well, now
wave his
they've
wand and just
they've
everything
lifted the
happen.
cease. They've
Right.
lifted now so they can have their what is it? Their what do they have? All their war weapons or something like that. He lift the cease or lift something. I
The
remember.
ceasefire or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what it was, he lifted. The president lifted the. Oh man.
But he
Come on.
wasn't sending no more weapons over
Right,
there.
and now they lifted that up where they can get the things now. They
that they
can
need to defend themselves.
right whatever they
Right,
had.
right.
Their
And that's what he was
supplies.
threatening them with. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
we take away our support, Putin to crush you. In other words, what he's saying, so you kiss my ass or die. What you want to do? You want to kiss my shitty diaper or you want to die? This cat, man, I don't know.
Why are you so
I
retarded?
don't know.
Why are you so retarded?
Thank God we're in America, I guess.
No.
Like my man said yesterday,
What do you say?
if we was anywhere else talking like we talk, we might be dead.
Yeah, well, hey, hey, maybe. Well,
Well,
I don't know. I don't know that. I don't want to experience that. I'm not looking. I'm not.
let they
We don't.
let them tell it over here in North Korea or Russia, you would have been.
We still act as if little small places, in regions, people do things in Tallahassee, Florida, different from Orlando, Florida, and even in Panama City,
place, right?
we still work in our little clusters, and if there's some people feel like, hey, if we can, remain that way and allow the government to have less interaction with that, let's do that and still be able to travel and have freedoms. And we may need to do a different mapping system. I don't know. I'm entertaining with everything and all things that are good and us becoming better, but is there a way that can happen fairly and justly? Why not? Yes, I
Yeah,
believe so.
I believe I
But
believe the best way to do that is to get more people in the places, more diversity in the government and whatnot. That's why they try to cut out the DI because they feel themselves.
well, I mean
losing
that,
as
but you
far
don't
as
need
the
you don't
old
need
school
the government
dominance,
to do it. You just
you know.
need people in the places to do it. To people
Local
who
government.
we are, right?
It's
Where we
that's what
are.
I'm saying. When I was
Like,
talking
hey,
about
this
government,
what
not
we.
just on
Oh,
national level, you got to start on a local level. And,
yeah,
you know
local.
what I mean?
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and the village to keep the outsiders out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Because I
know,
know I'm not independent of this here restaurant. Isn't this came from support
right,
from the penny somebody supporting or
right.
to the calls of love to everybody supporting the village support. So we need the same thing versus it being nationally. Yeah, because
Right.
nothing I feel, and I've said it, Donald Trump don't necessarily affect my day to day, so to speak. As I got to pay my light bill. I can't call up and say, hey, Donald, I can't pay my light bill, President. So can you help me out? No, it's not. It's several things way before. So, I don't, so anyway, it is certainly better that I love the fact that the government will be less involved in a lot of things. I don't like the fact that you can't say the word slave in public schools in Florida or God. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you can't. You have to say there was no slaves. That there was now indentured servitude. That they learned a skill that benefit them today. the lie, that is appalling. I'm just beyond like, what?
There's going to be a lot of student parents, teachers conferences or whatever they call it.
Well, and
You
also at the
know.
same time, I do believe parents are their first teachers.
Right.
So I don't want the school teaching them that, but I damn sure don't want them misteaching them. But then the teachers got to fight for that too, because you yourself don't say anything.
Right.
You know, you got to make a stance too.
Like,
And
no, but I'm talking about like nowadays. I believe there are more kids that are not afraid to speak up and speak their minds. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
good, yeah.
So if
Certainly,
they are taught
I
at
believe that.
home, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? What's what? They won't sit in that classroom and let that teacher spit them lies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
right.
I know I did a lot of challenging as a kid.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
heard a lot of shit that wasn't right. No, that ain't what. No.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So
Lolo,
and-
good morning.
right.
Just right.
Right.
Just that.
You know, no, that's
Yeah.
not what I was taught, motherfucker. This is, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. That don't
We
even
don't
sound
condone
right,
the
you
kids
know?
saying motherfucker.
You know,
We don't condone.
hey. They used to- I'm saying I wish you get one of my older sisters on the line. They tell you I believe my first word was motherfucker.
He is the youngest of 12, y'all. So, you know, you understand. You understand and you don't understand. I don't understand, but I understand.
See,
But, yeah.
Don't get me off of Madison Avenue up there cussing motherfuckers out.
Off
Diaper
syllables.
full of shit, right? Diaper full of shit.
This is who Baby Kids was written off.
Right,
you,
right.
You know, what's his name? From Chicago.
From South
Okay,
Side, right.
he from Chicago. So this is who he was talking about.
Robin
The
ass.
Baby
The
Kids.
shy was full of baby kids.
The one cussing people out with diapers on, though.
Right.
It was him.
Oh yeah, baby. Gambling and shit. All that shit.
Look at Robin
funny
Williams.
as hell.
Come
Robin
on now.
Harris.
Robin Harris.
Right,
That's right.
right.
Robin Harris. But yeah, man.
Funny dude. Funny
When I forgot my train. People influencing and teaching and raising children and all having struggles and being able to learn through each other by sharing the knowledge and being around each other. You know, so that's a real thing. You know, whether through motorcycles, through computers, but not allowing computers to do it all. You know, that's what sometimes what computers do. We think we okay with Facebook, and then we don't go outside our house.
Right.
You know, that's.
But I'm glad that I'm kind of, you know, it's a double-edged sword what they're trying to do with the educational system. But think about it. When was we at our strongest?
When we were learning from who we are.
Teaching ourselves,
Right,
teaching
right.
each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said less government
So,
involvement.
Right.
Less
So, you
government
know, and
involvement.
it's like, you know, like we got away from that in the late 80s and 90s. You know, we depended more,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, because we were more accepted
There-
into the system.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Quote unquote, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're kind of
and-
trying to
and,
have
you know,
cattle here.
Right.
This is what you
exactly,
do, this what you
exactly.
do, this what you do, this what you do, and we'll make sure this is done, and we'll make sure this is done. So
Right.
yeah,
And that's what that
So,
COVID thing was
yeah.
about. It was a
Yeah.
test run to see. And you know, and if you sat back and looked,
you better
you know
have
what I'm saying?
stand
If
in
you sat back,
line.
right. If you looked at it, it was
6
like, man,
feet.
this shit is like, you ever see that one cartoon? I don't know if it was Felix the Cat or whatever, but many of them had it. Like they would have all the people like hypnotized. And they just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
And it's
sure,
like,
sure.
this is it. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
They got arrows one way down the aisle, another way down
Ain't
the
nothing new
aisle.
under the sun.
You know?
Nothing new under
And
the
me and
sun.
my retired ass, I made an effort to go the wrong way every time I went in the store.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Listen, being a mom of 10,
The arrow say
I
go that way,
couldn't
damn it, I'm
move.
coming this way.
I couldn't move like
What the hell?
I couldn't move like all were moving. So it had to be a different accord,
Right.
you know, and often for just not even just being a mother of 10, it could be a mother of one, and it could be a father of one, it could be, you know, a family of 3, but it ain't the things that we're challenged by, our childhood, our experiences, our lack thereof, we had to conform or come up with other things and other solutions that in order to get us to par,
Right.
you know. And so such a deficit by the time we got to par, and then starting, you know, it was very different, you know. So we're always in a sense catching up and had to do, and by then we've picked up, but it came from that support of each other. And we don't hear about that enough sometimes. We we uh I thank all my supporters, the people who love me, who like me. um Thank you, and thank you for keeping me accountable, you know, for those of you who keep themselves, you know. Accountability is important. I want it. I don't believe I'm above it. I don't believe anybody who want to hang around me is above it. And you know, if it's true, if it's necessary, it ain't always got to be kind, but it's got to be true. It got to be necessary, or you know, it might just be for you. I ain't saying, you know, with what you think about me is my business. No, I'm not saying
Right. Because who gives a fuck?
that's your business, you know. That's all for you, you know. But I'll, you know, that song said, "I'm living my best life,"
Right.
and I believe I'm becoming. I'm on my way for sure. If this the best, then you know why try for do anything
It
else?
feel better than yesterday.
Hey, listen, come on, I'm breathing.
Hey,
Hey, I took my pill today.
that's the best.
My high blood pressure pill. I don't take it every day. I don't. Gotta say, oh, you got to take it every day. But some days I'm testing, I'm doing, and then I go, you know what? I know what I can do. I can do some things that allow me not to take that pill. Let me reduce my weight. Let me eat a little better.
Right.
Let me make sure I don't drink as much as I used to, or let me adapt. Let me make some changes. So I've made some subtle changes in my life where I've lost some weight. I was like, hey, boom, yay. You know, it's taking some B12 shots. Sister Bianca and her health care. She's a what is that? A physician's assistant, so nurse practitioner beyond. She has a practice right here in Sanford, Florida. She's helped me see my way, bring, you know, whether weekly visits or biweekly, to say, hey, what you doing? Come weigh in, you know, with little changes, and having that little motivation and keeping accountable is helping me. And also the way I feel about myself, you know, uh, and realizing I can move a little better. I have a little more energy. And so, and my memory is a little better. And so just, yes, Bianca Carroll, general practice, right? 580 Lexington Green Lane. All right. So, Sister Bianca Carroll. Yes. So, her general practice.
479040942. Give it a total plug.
There you go. That's what I'm
Peace.
talking about. 53rd minute in there. 53rd minute. Is awesome. But people like that, our village, keeping another brother from what's it, Cameroon, or I want to say Ghana, or near Ghana, opened up a urgent care practice here in Sanford. I've yet to know the name yet, but I spoke to his brother yesterday. So I soon give him a plug. Maybe he'll come on here. Maybe, who knows, we'll start extended. So some all right now.
My
Just
bad.
trying to be DJ at the same time. So, you know, yeah, I forgot where we was. That was every praise after that.
Yeah, you talking about the brothers
Let's give
opening
them a
up
shout out.
their healthcare
Yeah, I was off for that.
facility from Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
Not macaroon, but Cameroon.
Look at him. Get some
Cameroon. Oh, the young brother named Malik.
He said goodbye, Malik. He
What
showed
is it?
up on John on my
Yodi.
phone.
He showed up as John. Oh, this motherfucker. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why you
Brother John, good. Brother John,
turn
good.
it off.
God, John, and he's just like you. What you be saying? Whatever you call me, yeah, that's it.
Right.
You know, so whatever you
All
call me.
works for me, pimp.
Right.
Make sure you tell that to the law when they come asking.
Ain't got to tell
What's that dude's name?
it. Right.
That's
Gotta tell
Yodi.
it.
Right on.
Go tell it on the mountain. Far,
glad you-
far away and over the hills we go.
I'm glad
I
you
don't-
grabbed that water.
I know. Good thing, good thing. So, show it up. I said, "Shoot, let me get a little bit. I don't
Right.
get it. Let me get me a little bit.
All right. And wet your whistle.
You know?
So man, it's the summer is upon us. We're getting away from where it's still dropping down to like 50 at night. But
Yeah.
hey, but you ain't gotta use the heat.
Yeah,
you
no.
know.
In fact, I've kept the screen door open. I got my fan. I'm getting
Yeah.
ready to learn some line dances. Oh yeah, y'all. It's
That
my
fan.
birthday month. It's my birthday year still, but my birthday month. So we're having a birthday party
When's your
for my
birthday again?
50-ish. For my 50-ish.
When's your birthday?
March 22nd.
March 22nd.
So Saturday, March 22nd. Come. I'm gonna invite. I'm gonna do an event and I'm gonna invite some folks. Everybody ain't invited. Huh? I turned it so I can see a little brighter. You see him still look bright. I look
Yeah, okay.
not as bright. All right.
Whatever.
See? Okay. You want me to turn it back?
Nah, you cool. Now that looks brighter.
No, because I look darker.
That looks
Yeah.
darker.
All right, fine.
That's because you looking at it from the wrong angle. Because you on the angle.
Okay.
You keep sliding to the west.
Like this.
All right. There you go.
All right. Oof.
It's still blacker than motherfucker.
That's all right. Blacker the berry, sweeter the juice.
They say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots.
Even better. There you go.
There you go.
Got the Pope. Got the. Hope everybody all right.
They practicing.
What you talking about?
We on the practice room.
No, there ain't no practice room.
Exercise.
They not.
It's a drill.
I don't think that's no drill. They ain't gonna waste taxpayers' dollars right there. They'll just stay
That's
with
all they
it.
do is waste.
Anyway, y'all,
Haste and waste.
he ain't got no data. He just saying this. One thing, Brother Don Miller, shout out to Don Miller show. He said something that's so true. Not that it's all true, but a lot of times people will say things in the Black and brown community without facts, and people will go with it, and that's true in every community.
I was about
Really,
to say,
you
how
know.
the hell they used to
but he
that
can
to the Black
attest.
and brown community.
Well, because there was this pastor who said, I guess on the Breakfast Club. Now I've not ever seen the Breakfast Club.
Uh-huh.
It's a podcast
Yeah, I know
talk show.
what you're talking about. Right.
And he got on there and he said, let's boycott Target. And they have 400,000 Black employees, and they're not doing this and not doing, and let's boycott. And his statistics or his data was wrong and nobody questioned it. And, that's kind of what Don Miller was stating. And Don did some research on it and said, no, Target got 400,000 employees in total.
Right.
And 20 something percent are African American, and so on and so forth. And now how this guy was here on this nationally syndicated show and just could give this information and not nobody question anything.
Because that's what they've been doing.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, just publications these days are so lazy.
Look at
So lazy. Nobody, what's your news source? What's your,
Right. I mean, everybody lie. That's all they ever.
Well, that don't make it right. That don't make it right.
I'm just saying, it's common now.
You
know what I'm saying? If you tell the truth, it's like you purple. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And people know they being lied to, and they just buy it anyway. Look at
and why?
Look at their leader.
Well, like I say, if it's necessary, and so being that we can do that on just any thing that got a camera, even our show, we have to just build a reputation of or
having the
record
truth, right? Or at
right
least trying to
right
speak the truth.
exactly
You know what I mean?
exactly
Right.
and
Of course.
there is then the majority of who we are and who our circle is around, and our circle is, some say our circles are big or small or whatever, but we measure
Right. Right.
and so this, in that sense, this live streaming, this podcast, these YouTube, social media can be an advantage to pointing who we are,
Right.
a tool, so to speak. I'm drinking some water, y'all, because when I get on this motorcycle later, and who knows, I got to hit my girl Fee up. Hey, but hey, life is good.
It's great to be alive.
Yes, so true, so true.
You know,
Oh yeah, I got to get my
it's a beautiful thing.
I want to do some money. You got any? I want to invest some in. I want to. I want to do something more here. I want to do a couple of Airbnbs. Got some land. I want to. I want to do some things, get some money flowing in our community more, and really work within where I'm at, where I live, and it might be I need to get into some politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they say in order to change shit, you got to get in shit. So
Yeah,
you
or either people get behind one of these politicians, that are really seeing and let them know, listen, this some things that's going, and maybe someone else hadn't spoke, get involved.
Right.
You were talking earlier, hey, let's come up with our own political party, but and my words were like, no, let's just maybe
Right.
join one. Let's look and see what's out
Come
there.
to freaking find out, it's 420 political parties. But
Okay.
those are like 420 fingers. You know what I'm saying? They all by themselves.
But I'm certain those out of those 420 have thought, hey, let me come up with, so I'm just saying,
Right.
hey,
I know what you're saying.
I'm with them. I get it why you make up one or why you create one, because you find out information and the information, but in order,
Right.
man, if you don't turn down your
I'm
volume,
trying to share it
you
on
ain't
YouTube.
tried nothing. You got to do it.
Look here, man.
I mean, listen, he turned on the music 3 times and then still. I mean, dang. It's like, I thought I didn't have to say it. The friend, I said, no, okay, he got it now. Damn, okay, no, he got it now for sure. 2 more times. So now I'm saying it.
We gonna change the name from
No.
Shut Up and Ride to just Shut the Hell Up.
I know, I just want you to do it. Don't try. Just, dang. People say, you shouldn't tell you got patience. No, I don't. I have patience for those that don't know. I ain't got no patience for those that know. He knew.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, he just didn't do shit. He knew. But dang.
Man, killing me,
You know what I'm saying? Killing you killing me, killing you. Jeez. What you think you're doing over here to me? I hope y'all just tuning in. We talk about dumb stuff. But knowing and not doing. In the spirit of the word, the literal sense of the word. But
whatever.
I don't know what I was talking about no more.
Good.
Of course you would say that. I still say what I say. Doing better. Knowing
you
better.
say what you say. You don't even know what the hell you said.
Hey, I said it. Still mean the same thing.
Right.
Spiritual and literal. But
but seriously though, people are so in the uproar of the state of the political situation in this country right now, and it's like everything else, we're divided, between the blue and the red. And I was just basically saying that we need to get another recognizable party other than independent, because that's really have no no significant bearing on any elections yet. So
Well, I don't want to say
so
nothing
so
has no significance,
so
because again, we want to get less involved with the national government and more involved with
but the
a
same
local.
parties is down in the local government. They all offer Democrat or
Well,
Republican.
you can't say that
People
for
act like
Lewisburg, Arkansas, where it's a population of 100 people.
right.
You understand? You can't say that for them. You can't speak on their behalf because it may be all of them, but independent.
Who's listening to Lewisburg, Arkansas?
Again, I'm talking about what you're saying. You're.
And where in the hell is Lewisburg, Arkansas?
I don't know if it's a such thing, but that's not my point.
I was about to say that shit is anywhere down by Hattiesburg.
You see it?
What the hell?
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm being a choice person. I'm being what you saying is correct to an extent. That's the stuff they need to do, but it's not all at all. I don't think we can come together with other people and not have to create something more.
Right.
We can be an
But I think
addition
like
to something
anything
that's
else,
already done.
if we come together amongst each other, other people will follow.
I always will
You
be.
know what I mean? Exactly.
If you are like people that attract,
so
you
we
attract.
have to focus on us. You know what I mean? And if that's speaking rawly,
but us
you know what I'm saying?
include.
So be it. You know.
When you say us, we not more. We ain't more like than
If
some
you
other
look at
folks
these
out
other
there.
parties,
More like.
you know what I'm saying? People talk about how they included and whatnot, how they inclusion. But if you look at the representatives,
But John,
no
your
inclusion.
other parties was only
There's no
three.
Inclusions.
Your
Exactly.
other parties.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's not everybody's
so you're talking
else's
three major
scope.
parties out of 420. So that means 417 of them are irrelevant.
No,
so
that's by your scope.
No, that's by the national scope.
No, you didn't even know about the other 420
exactly.
till just today.
Okay, then my point just been proven out of your mouth.
No, I'm saying
then. Didn't know shit about them. Didn't 400. Who in the hell thought?
But even that was. But even that was flawed.
There's only been two recognized.
Okay, even that was flawed, is what I'm saying.
You know. I'm just saying that this, all this mindless bullshit that Americans are continuing to go by. You know what I'm saying? And then they get at each other's throat because they let a handful of idiots. I mean, these folks,
we're saying the same thing.
Even Obama and them, they had to admit at some of them tables they sitting there, they like, man, who in the hell we sitting there talking to? These folks are straight idiots. You know what I mean? And it's like these are the guys that you got running things. Why? Because they got money. Americans are so infatuated with that dollar that if you got the dollar, they want to turn it right forward. Look at what they doing today. All they can say, well, he's a billionaire. He's the richest man in the world. Say opening up everything to this dude because he's the greatest con man ever. He done conned the greatest American con man in the giving him the debit America.
I don't even think he's the greatest. I do believe, like my husband said, he goes, there's a heist going on right now in front of our
heist going on. That's what I've been saying.
So
the greatest heist that ever took place in mankind is taking place right now in America, and the public, and a half of the folks is going right along with it, and the other half want to act like they don't know about it, but they in cahoots with it too. They all part of the same damn bird.
I'm seeing my money,
red, white, and blue.
I'm looking at my money every day, whether it's under my mattress or in my bank account, and everything still look the same. I'm still broke. I'm okay.
It's just crazy.
But I guess I don't get that. How you say? Not that ignorant is bliss is the right approach, but I talk about it and learn about it enough to feel like I'm okay with knowing this much, and this is how much I can function with because I can do something about this part, and I can do, so I certainly, from what you say, I guess I ain't that involved with it because I don't care about it that much. As you're saying it, and I hear your passion, and I'm like, yeah, they don't affect me like that. And again, And I think the more they're talking about it on TV, the less they ever doing. And I certainly don't think they're doing what they're talking on TV, because when I talk to the people out there in the street, I see and hear the same things. When I start hearing and seeing things differently, and then I'm going, okay, it's kind of like the animals. When the animals start acting something different,
Right, right. You
you
know
start
something
making,
going on.
yeah, so
Right.
I'm not measuring by the source of what they're submitting. It's probably the last. So
Yeah, they're not
I ain't
telling you
up
the
and
truth.
on.
They're not telling you the
Of
truth.
course, that's what I
You
feel.
know,
I mean, but I can't say that to everybody,
all
and
bullshit
everybody
lies.
ain't agreeing,
Right.
and I'm okay with that too. But and so I'm
Tell me what you
okay.
think about these folks. They say that's been out of space for 9 months.
Out of space. Oh yeah, they knew that. They were just watching the wheel. They were like, listen, look and see what they do. What do they do? What are they doing? I was like, all of a sudden they had enough food in there,
For 9
and that may
months.
be standard. That
Come
may be
on.
standard.
That's
So
bullshit. For
hey,
9 months.
on the
Where the-
information I got, and
where the
I really
shower?
haven't looked.
Where
I'm
the
like,
shower? Where
okay.
the shitter?
Oh,
You
they
know
got
what
all
I
that
mean?
stuff. Oh,
It's
this
like
is
I say on the
this
slave
is the
ships.
RV.
When they talk about transporting 300-400 folks on a slave ship 400 years ago,
Hey, they
you know
still
what I
got
mean?
they
Down at the bottom of the ship, all that shit and piss. You come on, man.
listen,
Say
they
that
had
dumb shit. It's
they,
time for
they
folks to
do like the
start.
bird
This
cage,
is this is
just
what
remove the
woke
bottom
was.
level.
This is what the term woke was. Wake your ass up. Quit believing that bullshit. Them lullabies they put you to sleep on. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Think.
Well, if
Some
nothing new
bitches
under
out
the
in
sun.
and they get
Stop cursing.
videos.
They can't hear you
They getting
cursing.
videos and whatnot of these folks holding interviews and what they sending them up Papa John pizzas and whatnot. They can shoot all that up. You know, like I was telling my homegirl
Got them,
yesterday.
what they call them, them food, the meals they have in the army.
Oh man, I'm a homegirl that was in a
Yeah.
Desert Storm. They had
Yeah.
a nickname for it, something
Yeah.
about won't be eaten by Ethiopians or something like that. They called it.
That's
It was
not it.
no, what I'm saying, it
Yeah,
was the
yeah, yeah.
abbreviation of the thing. That's what the soldiers, like shit. The Ethiopians won't eat this shit,
That's
That's
what
it.
somebody said.
Right. No, but that's what I was going with the troops back in the day.
I hear you what
just
somebody
it was
said. I
whatever they
got you.
called it. I forgot the
I
name
got you.
of it.
MRI,
Yeah,
name
right,
MRI.
something like that. Some
The
type
meal
of
was something,
initials,
something
and
like that.
right.
Right.
And they're like would be by Ethiopians or some
Right,
shit.
but
they were
I'm saying you don't have to keep the propaganda going by sharing it.
Hey,
I've never heard that. I'm
I've-
just saying.
I bet you a lot of soldiers, if they listening to this, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that bullshit."
It still didn't help me figuring out, but nevertheless, but they got meals. But yeah, they figured out they knew they often plan for the how you say the worst to
Right.
happen. So, and I'm glad that we'll get. Hopefully, they come home. In fact, they'll be taking off today, right, in a few hours.
Who that?
The mission tonight from space from dag space from the Port Canaveral.
Port Canaveral.
Yeah, they'll be taking off in a few hours. I'll watch it. In fact, I think it's around 8, if not 10:48, something like that. They did list the time.
Yeah, MREs.
MREs.
Yeah, meal ready to eat.
Okay, there you go. The derogatory terms. I'm just killing me. Just gotta do better.
Meals rejected by Ethiopia.
I think if they're rejected by any amount of people, I'm certain they're not, filet mignon. They're things that, hey, we know this here will last for 25 years. So this will be put, and this is
Right.
enough to where it'll sustain you in nutrition that you'll be able to live. And I bet it didn't taste like, yeah, I bet. But hey,
Just like they talking about that. Look, I tell folks, man, you still believe they went to the moon, man? I don't know.
I know,
Just
and you
just
still
saying
living not knowing.
just saying everything over to me. You know what I mean? Come on, man. They went to the moon 60 years ago and ain't been back yet.
Hey, they might have.
with all the so-called advancement and strides they
It
supposedly
ain't,
made,
it
in
ain't you ain't
mankind
losing
over
no sleep over, it, right?
I'm just a lot of folks preoccupied with these folks out there for 9 months, dangling into space like the Jetsons.
They dangling.
Like
They
the
dangling.
Jetsons. You see old girl hair? Did you see the pictures they
Yeah,
had
she's
there?
like,
She
ah.
looking-
You know,
like she
long
on-
as she don't come back pregnant. Say the girl came back pregnant.
right. They had a
What
baby,
happened?
had a baby in space.
They left a whole family out there.
Right. What they named the child?
Moon pie.
Star. The hell out of here, man.
It was
But
crazy.
you tell folks
Anyway.
whatever, man. They're
Yeah,
buying.
but whatever.
As long as it's on TV or the internet.
Hey, I remember that song. Um, Wishing the world would change. That's what I think. Yeah, when you're the only submission you trust in is what they giving you.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just wish for the world to change. You got to go out there and be the change.
Change it.
Yeah, and you know it. You got to listen. You gotta just get out there. And the only person in your way is you most times. You know, the hardest part is to start something. You know, it
Yeah.
takes courage to not know what's going to be on the other end. You know what you want to do, but you don't really know all it takes. But it takes you to start it, and it's really difficult for people, but they can do it, just like we doing it. You know, something silly as this podcast and just getting up here on and doing it. You know, we could be doing other things too, and we like doing this, and it may have a part, and we enjoy it at the same time.
Right.
Learning something of our own. I say stuff on here that I probably wouldn't say otherwise, but you know, yeah, I would.
Excuse me. Right. That's what it's all about. Express yourself.
Express yourself. And there's always a song for every emotion.
Definitely. Been singing about shit forever.
Ever.
Ever.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize 1,000 times. Something all like
We don't own the rights to these songs we humming.
Yes, we do. I own the right to say it. I'm in
Right.
America.
We're in
Oh,
America.
And by the way, everybody out there, if you are black, white, yellow, green, you are an American, you are all African Americans. All of you. Doesn't matter your pigmentation. You're African Americans. Just saying. Because if the motherland is Africa, I mean, everybody on this earth has African in their blood. And if you're in America, you're African American. Okay, just saying. All African American. So either mark African American, everybody, or everybody mark American if you're in America. All that stuff. But anyway.
Whatever.
You don't think I'm right?
Market.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Where it all started.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. If you're an American and you American, and you in America, you are African American. Period. And now they're trying to go away birthright citizenship. Now when you're born here, you can't be. Now you're not American. What?
The idiots.
What?
That's your boy.
Man, listen, he ain't my boy. He just a boy. But you're making up shit now. I mean, not that you ain't before, but just come on. You just let's do this. Come on, guys.
This dude, it's
Don't do
just
everything like that.
it just turns my stomach sometimes.
Don't let it affect you.
Especially to hear this dude
Don't let it
talk.
affect
I
you.
mean, his vocabulary is so elementary.
Don't let
You're
it
supposed
bother
to be
you.
the leader of the most powerful nation in the world, and you can't get past your third grade vocabulary, bro. That's why you get
He's
the name calling.
he's off the
That's
teleprompter.
why you get the name calling and whatnot. Soon somebody challenge him or don't agree with him. He don't know how to. He just don't know how to.
Well, also that's
stick
what
a
they're
rebuttal,
submitting to you. They don't always think what they're submitting
No,
to
it's
you.
what you watching live.
Yeah,
This is what you watching live.
What you
That's
know
unless
is
they got a
live.
devil there. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
what you know is
exactly,
live.
Exactly. So,
Well, hold on here. What'd she say? See
See
that?
that?
All right. Anywho, I gotta check my messages, y'all.
All right.
Anywho.
Say Chantel. Just
Yeah.
until.
Just till something else. Birthday party, March 22nd, y'all. If y'all down in Sanford, Florida, come. It's gonna be on, and we're gonna celebrate, sing,
Wayne
dance,
Dang Doodle.
and we're gonna boots on the ground. And Lisa, you gonna teach these classes, girl? Come on. You know,
Get your fans out.
let dun, 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 dun.
What's the name? She have fun with that with them damn fans of hers.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I got my fan, my Harley Davidson fan. Hey, and then we got the Shut Up and Eat tour coming up. Hey,
Shut up
y'all.
and eat.
That's it. Just gonna ride. Getting the Harley fixed. Getting some accessories. So I can have a grill and cutting board. Man, listen, y'all. I'm gonna pull up. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. I'm gonna pull up on y'all. Have some fried chicken, some green fried maters, whatever. Just saying. Why not? Maters.
What a maters.
Maters wears graders. Hey, and we'll do the shut up and eat, shut up and ride. Come on, let's go. Anyway, man. Hey, I don't know. Anything else we got to talk about? Keep it short.
I don't know what the hell are maters.
Maters? You ain't
Yeah.
never had them green fried maters?
No.
Man, you don't know what you missing.
What are they?
Green fried tomatoes.
Oh, tomatoes.
Maters.
I thought that might have been what you was trying to
Come on,
say.
you can't think about just nobody. Just be body.
Damn maters.
You know, they hit you the right maters. Maters where it's graders.
See, this the shit I gotta put up with y'all being down here.
Hey, you want some. You want everybody can't get it.
Different
Yeah.
demographics.
Listen, even the banker, you know, you've been in Tallahassee or you've been in Panama City and the banker say, how much money you want to put up in there today? And you be like, what? How much money you want to put in there today?
Right.
That look like what's his name? Yep, that's it.
G.
Yo, girl. You know, so y'all come on through. We open here at Chantel's Thursday through Sunday. I don't know if we're gonna have a reggae band this weekend, y'all. I don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I think we can put on our own some, maybe do some karaoke.
Right.
You know, Sunday karaoke versus that. So, all right, y'all.
Have a little fun.
Yeah, have a
In
little
the
fun.
sun.
Do something like that. Not outside, but no inside. Do it.
Yeah, we gotta get the outside back going. What y'all gotta do about that?
We gotta see. We went to court this morning. They told us everything's in compliance, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what they said. That's what they said.
Y'all heard some shit like that out of their mouth.
Listen, that was this morning.
Out of their mouth.
That was this morning. We'll see. We're gonna apply for the lien amnesty because the city's not out of anything. They didn't, so much as maybe write us right. Right. They ain't even spend a stamp. So, but anyway, we'll see. This adjectives. That's John.
I had said
I only control me.
I said I was going to ease up on my adjectives.
You said I was going to try.
I did. I am trying.
No.
Trying
ain't never did nothing.
Yeah, trying has.
No, we're trying did.
Yeah.
We're trying.
Trying is an effort.
No.
And an effort is doing something. That's energy and motion.
No. What that is?
Energy and motion.
Is that what you just saying it is?
Yeah, no, that's
Are
what
you trying to talk or did you just do it?
I'm trying to do some shit. So
no, you ain't trying to talk.
That's just energy explosive.
Dang, you ain't trying to talk. You talking. You ain't trying.
Then when you could add to the curriculum of the backlash of the demo physicologically, then you're onto something.
All right.
I love to hear the Wayans brothers do that type of shit. Let me talk. You ever watch In Living Colors when Damon would do that skit when he was in prison and he tried to talk like he intelligent and shit?
It's the molecular
right,
douche what
right.
it is
Of
to
my
it.
diarrhea. My bad.
The elegant
Diaphragm. That shit be killing me, man. Them guys got it down pat. He was smarter
It's the
than Sean.
vicissitude of
Right.
the preliminary, what is the process of the beginning
Right.
in the forefront of this here vivicular summer slide.
Right,
brother.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Nope. Don't know a thing.
That
No,
shit
no,
be
stop.
hilarious to me. You're like, man, what the hell? You know,
To
the shit is
pee
funny
or
because
not to pee,
right.
my brother.
Right. And the killing part about it when you know folks like that. You're like, man, the shit is ridiculous. That's
I'm talking about this is man, have everything copacetic.
right,
Everything
right.
copacetic, my brother, everything.
That shit is
Assalamu alaikum.
Right.
Alhamdulillah, Rocky.
Right.
Stop. But you know, back in my day, you know, young, you couldn't be. That was like blasphemy. You couldn't act like, even though you wanted to pick at people, you couldn't. You was like, God gonna strike you dead.
Right.
And then, you know, especially when it rained, so you definitely couldn't do it. So he's like, okay, I ain't gonna do it. It's raining. It's gonna about to rain tomorrow.
Right.
But I did it a little bit. I was like, oh, ain't nothing happened. And the more you do it, the more ain't nothing happened. Guess what you start doing?
Yeah.
A lot.
Right.
And this here we have why we have comedians today.
They never blame you for the rain because you stepped on some ants.
Mm.
They said if you step on
Oh,
ants, you
Lord.
make it rain.
Oh wow. Well, it rained every day. I remember seeing it rain across the street. I mean, I grew up in Florida, so it rained across the street. It didn't rain on our house.
Right.
But then they'll stop a few minutes later. Then it rain on our house.
That was crazy, right?
Yeah, so but
The
crazy.
cloud moving over.
Yeah, for real. For real. But
Yeah, the grass.
I got a
keep
roller
growing
and
every day
everything.
down there. Oh, you got your roller? Man,
Yeah, it's right there.
my you know, what you call it, the cloth part is ripped. I didn't use
What?
mine so much.
Okay.
Motherfucker to roll apart. So I got to buy some replacement.
Okay.
Buy a replacement. This is ripping.
Mhm. Yeah, I got you. But
And I bet you know you're straining the shit out
Yep.
of that.
talking about time, the thrill is gone.
Right.
It's
Stress
got
the
your
shit
money's
out of
worth, then
it.
some.
Right.
Said, hey, we done.
And I'm telling how many dudes in the road.
Yeah, in the thousands.
Yeah.
You know, right back when it was reefer. But anyway, I guess we're gonna
Okay,
sign
let's
on
see,
off, y'all. We ain't gonna make it too long today. We've been talking for a good hour and a
Hour
half.
or so.
Yeah, so we just wishing you peace, love, hair grease, Middle East. Move out your own way. Be encouragement to one another. Support one another, and whatever their endeavors are. And love is acceptance, not approval.
I'll say whatever you do, spread love.
Definitely spread love. You know, whether through Christ, God, Jehovah, Isa, Buddha, Allah, whomever
Whatever.
title,
Right.
you know, or non-titles, or just whom you are. But do your best to be the God, you know, to guide you, and much love. I hear something.
Yeah, a lot of noise out
Oh,
there.
right there in the corner.
But right,
I
people.
said elbow. Oh, they
Oh,
reading.
yeah, right outside the window there.
Yeah, okay. Just in case. So people.
But hey, it's great to be back. It's been a couple of weeks we've been off the air.
Yes,
You know, like you
yes.
say, we had that Bikers Week, but she had the Bikers Week, Bikers events and whatnot
right.
going on. You know?
And I'm gonna do some shorts, so I'll, you know, stay.
Right.
You know, I'm getting the hang of this little YouTube stuff. I'm still so very new, still not, you know, totally captivated by it. But I do love the fact that, you know, this bike season or this rally, I got to speak to some of you great people and just be introduced to you, and you tell me to keep on going, and so there it is. We are. So thank you for allowing me to keep on going.
There it is, we are.
Peace.
And here it is, we aren't.
See that? You got to turn that rig around. Damn. Bye,
I
y'all.
holla.
Bye, y'all. She said in stream.
In stream.
Boop.